Chapter 1. The Forgotten Hangar. I inherited the old aircraft hangar from my grandfather, a massive, rusting structure on the edge of our family's abandoned airfield. It had been years since anyone had set foot inside, but with the property taxes piling up, I decided it was time to clean it out and sell the land. The hangar loomed before me, its corrugated metal walls groaning in the wind. The lock was rusted shut, so I had to force the door open with a crowbar. Dust swirled in the dim light as I stepped inside, coughing at the stale air. At first glance it was just as I expected, empty. A few old tools, some rotting crates, and the skeletal remains of a World War II aeroplane my grandfather had once worked on. But then I heard something, a soft shuffling sound like fabric brushing against metal. "Hello!" called out, my voice echoing. Silence. Then, from behind a stack of crates, a pair of glowing violet eyes peered at me. Chapter 2. The Stowaway. Froze. The eyes blinked, then disappeared. Heart pounding, I grabbed a nearby wrench and cautiously moved forward. "Who's there?" I demanded. A small figure darted out. Too fast for me to react. She was slight, barely 5 feet tall, with pale, almost translucent skin and long silver hair that shimmered like moonlight. Her ears were slightly pointed, and those violet eyes were wide with fear. She wasn't human. I stumbled back, nearly dropping the wrench. What the hell? The girl, no, the alien, pressed herself against the wall, her breath coming in quick, panicked gasps. She was wearing what looked like a tattered flight suit, patched together from scraps. "Why You weren't supposed to come here," she whispered. Her voice was soft, melodic, but laced with fear. Chapter 3. Lost and Alone. After a tense standoff, I managed to coax her out from hiding. She called herself Lyria, and she was from a planet light years away. Her ship had crash-landed on Earth years ago, and she'd been hiding in the hangar ever since, scavenging for food and supplies. "Why didn't you leave?" Yes. She looked down, her fingers twisting in the fabric of her makeshift clothes. "I couldn't. My ship was damaged. I was afraid. Afraid of humans. Afraid of being captured. I didn't know what to do. If I reported her, she'd be taken by the government, experimented on, locked away. But I couldn't just leave her here." Chapter 4. A strange coexistence. Against my better judgment, I decided to help her. I brought food, clothes, and even a space heater to keep her warm during the cold nights. Slowly, Lyria began to trust me. She told me about her world, a place of floating cities and crystalline oceans, now lost to a war she barely escaped. She had been a scout sent to find a new home for her people, but her ship had malfunctioned. In return, I taught her about Earth. Music, movies, even how to use a smartphone, which fascinated her. She laughed for the first time when I showed her cat videos. Chapter 5. The Hunters Come. But our fragile peace shattered one evening when black SUVs rolled onto the property. Men in dark suits searched the area, scanning the land with strange devices. Lyria panicked. "They're here for me," she whispered, trembling. "They've been looking for years." I didn't know who they were. Government agents, alien hunters, something worse, but I knew we had to run. Chapter 6. Escape. We barely made it out in time. I grabbed my grandfather's old truck, and Lyria hid under a tarp in the back as we sped away. The agents gave chase, but I lost them in the backroads. For weeks we were on the move, never staying in one place too long. Lyria grew weaker. Her body wasn't meant for Earth's environment long-term. She needed to get home. Chapter 7. Fixing the ship. Then she told me the truth. Her ship wasn't completely destroyed. The core was still intact, buried deep in the hangar. If we could repair it, she could leave. We risked everything to go back. Under the cover of night, we dug through the rubble until we found the hidden craft, a sleek silver vessel half buried in the earth. Working together, we repaired what we could. But time was running out. The hunters were closing in. Chapter 8, Goodbye. The night before her ship was ready, Lyria and I sat under the stars. "I don't want to go," she admitted, tears in her eyes. I swallowed hard. "You have to. You'll die if you stay." She leaned against me, her head resting on my shoulder. "Thank you for everything." The next morning, as the first light of dawn touched the sky, her ship hummed to life. The hunters were coming. We could hear their vehicles in the distance. Lyria hesitated at the hatch. "Come with me," she said suddenly. I stared at her. "What?" "Come with me. See my world." My heart raced. It was insane. But I looked back at the approaching cars, then at her hopeful face. "Okay," I said. Chapter 9. A New Journey. We launched just as the agents broke through the trees. The ship rocketed into the sky, leaving Earth and my old life behind. As we soared into the stars, Lyria smiled at me. "Welcome to the universe." And for the first time I felt like I was exactly where I belonged.